Let's talk about and do some glute strengthening for this session. It's going to be fairly quick. I'm going to time 40 seconds and we're going to do maybe some old school strengtheners and some new stuff, and it's going to be pretty quick, hopefully not too easy though. Okay, so you've already warmed up, so you can warm up just by doing some kick butts, some high knees, some squats. Walkout planks are great. Anything that's going to get your core warm. We're going to be on our wrists. Okay, so really need to make sure we strengthen our wrists. That's another video that's going to be that you can have access to as well. So to strengthen wrists. So today, let's get into our tabletop position, or cat-cow is sometimes how we get into this position as well. Just going to move forward a little bit here so you can see me good. So we're going to pull our abs in. So we still want to have a nice strong back, hands right underneath the shoulders, and we're just going to do good old school fire hydrants. Okay, so we're going to start, everything's going to be with the right leg to start. Okay, so everything's right leg. Okay, I'm just going to move up a little bit more. It's more important to see the back half of my body than the front. Okay, so we're going to start 40 seconds, fire hydrants. So we're just lifting that bent knee. Away we go, right leg. Okay, up it goes and down. So we want to keep the arms straight. So what I mean that is that we're not bending over and using the whole body. We want to open up the hip. We're strengthening those hip abductors and the adductors that are inside as well. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Okay, so keep going. Just pretty old school, but for some, this might be quite difficult. And you want to come up as high as you can, keeping those arms straight, and just trying to keep those hips from moving too much as well. All right, so now, right leg, we're going to have it straight out. And we're just going to do like a rainbow over the other leg. Okay, so up and over. So what's happening here is we're getting a lot of movement in that right leg and right hip. Okay, so we're getting lots of movement, right leg, right hip, but that left glute is doing a lot of work because it's the stabilizer. Okay? Good. So right leg is doing all the moving, left leg is doing all the stabilizing. Okay, as we come down, left leg's still going to do the stabilizing. Right leg comes up, and we're going to do a one-legged bridge. Squeeze those glutes. So this left one again is doing a lot of the work. So we're fatiguing that left glute. So now the right one isn't doing much, okay? So right here, try to engage both glutes at the same time. Okay. Good. Keep going. Squeeze it up. Now, notice I got my heel dug in the floor and my toe up. So that just makes my glute work more. Okay, so, all right, let's do the other side. So left leg, pull those abs in. So when I was doing my bridge and I had my heel dug in, what happens there is when you do that, you actually activate your quad. So your quad and hamstrings cannot work at the same time. They're opposing muscles and they work opposingly. So when I activate my quad, my hamstring can't work. So the reason I want to do that is to make the glute do all the work in that bridge. Okay? Knee up. Good. Good old-fashioned fire hydrant. Okay? So notice I didn't switch around. I want you to see the other side. So you can see I wasn't leaning or anything with that. All right, here we go. So the right leg stabilizing, left leg moving. Okay. Pull those abs in. Keep those shoulders down and back. This is good for your core as well as your wrists. Okay, so it's not that your wrist needs to be babied. It needs to be in this flex position more. Okay, so what happens is mostly because of our jobs, so we're in all right, here we go, one-legged bridge. So we're in a position a lot of times when we're on a computer, so our wrists are very much always in this position. So we don't very often get into that flex position. So as often as you can, get into this flex position and move the wrists up and down and side to side. Okay, so you can hold your wrist, go up and down, and then go side to side. Do that every day. Do it 2 or 3 times a day. Let's concentrate. Sorry. All right, let's do that again. Okay? All right, we're going to do 3 sets. I'm going to do them with you because I need to get my glutes working. Good. Lift that leg up. Pull those abs in. So we're not moving the whole body. We're just getting that hip up. So we're pull those abs in. Let's have a nice strong core. Pull everything together. Good. Keep those abs strong. All right. This one I call actually the rear reshaper. Say that 5 times fast. Here we go. Rear reshaper. The whole workout is a rear reshaper. Okay, get that leg up and over, working those hips, getting some range of motion. But that old left glute doing all the work. Again, this might seem a little old school, but we need to have maintenance as well. Okay, so maintenance as well as cardio and strength. So this is maintenance plus strength, okay? All right, right foot down, or left foot down, sorry, right leg up. And let's push down into the foot. So the other thing that regulates or works your glute is your big toe, okay? So push down into that full foot, okay? So push down even into that big toe. Good. Push it up. All the way up. Squeeze those glutes. Good. Push down into that toe. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. All right, here we go. Other side. Make a quick work of this. Pull those abs in, shoulders right over top of those hands. Working those wrists. Now, if your wrists are really bothering you because you haven't had a chance to strengthen them, then either I've seen lots of people will go onto their knuckles, okay? So if you want to go onto knuckles, you sure can, or grab a set of weights and hang on to the weights, okay? Up to you, but if you could possibly, and even if you move your wrists into different positions to make them work even harder. So I'm going to have my fingertips pointing out for a bit. Now, let's put fingertips pointing in. Stretch that left leg out. Oops. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Woo, feel that great glute really working as it should be. It's the stabilizer. So now we're working those hips, getting them into really good range of motion and also working our strength. All right, over we go. Right leg on the floor, left leg up. You can always tell which one should be on the floor because it's the one that's kind of burning. So that's the one that we still want to work. Good, keep going. Push it up. This time I got my toe pointing up, so I'm just switching it up every time. Whatever works for you, okay? If you don't have bossy hamstrings and your glutes work really good, fine. Like when I do this, I can feel that glute taking over because my left glute is lazy. I know it, so I'm always trying to get it working a little bit harder than the other one because the other one's bossy too. All right, let's start from the top. We're going to do one more set on each. Right leg. Let's have the fingertips in again. Left leg's doing the work, keeping us balanced. Pull those abs in. Nice and strong. Core is strong. Shoulders are strong. Pull those shoulders down and back so they're not up here by the ears. Pull them back. Good. All right, let's have those fingertips pointing forward and rear reshaper. Stretch that right leg out. Moving those hips. Get that leg right out if you want. Okay, I haven't been doing really a lot going right over to the side, but you could definitely do that. You're going to move your body a lot more because right here is good. But you can challenge yourself. As long as you're not moving that whole body. Okay, so you want to make sure you're trying to just move those hips. Okay. Yeah, over we go. All right. Left leg down, right leg up. Away we go. I think I said the opposite last time. I really meant that it's my right glute that's lazy. So I learned this technique of pointing that toe up from an acupuncturist who is super, super smart and knows so much, obviously, about the way our bodies work. And I tell you, it made a world of difference because I knew I had that lazy glute. So she helped me unlock it for one thing, because I needed that. All right, left leg. And then strengthen it, because of course, once you unlock it, you need to strengthen it. All right, fingertips pointing out, shoulders down and back. Pull those abs in. Try to keep those arms straight. So it's just your hip lifting. So I'm not moving my torso very much. I mean, it's going to lift a little bit on that side just because of movement. Good. This is working really well for wrists as well. So, like I said, if it's bothering you, try the old knuckle way to do it. Stretch that leg out. And one side to the other. If you have, I'm going to have my fingertips pointed forward. If you have trouble with your hips, this is a great one because usually what happens is they need more range of motion and they need the glutes to do work and take the pressure off them. Same with your knees. Your knees need the same thing. They need your hips to get more range of motion and they need your glutes to do more work so they're not doing all the work. Okay? All right. So right foot down, left leg up, and then we're done. Good job, you guys. I'm going to let you go because I'm not going to stretch out with you. So I want you to stretch out some good lower body. Squeeze, squeeze. So play around with this. So bring your hips up and then give it a good squeeze. Again. Oh, that feels great, doesn't it? I'm being a little facetious there. Squeeze. Get those hips up. And it's not really a matter of how high they go, it's how they're being activated. Okay? You can activate them really low, but bringing them up makes it a little bit more difficult. All right. Nicely done. There's a couple of stretches that I would recommend. One being the figure four. Okay, so while you're down here in this position, do some figure fours. And I like to move with my stretches. So I rock back and forth, bring those legs down, stretch out those hip flexors a little bit, bring those legs up again, reach, and come down, stretch out those hip flexors. And once more. I said I wasn't going to stretch out with you, but it feels so good. All right, other side. So does your hip feel like it's been unlocked? Okay, does it feel a little bit better? Do your glutes feel like they've got a workout? Hopefully you said yes to both. Okay, so there you have it. Rear reshaper. Okay, that's what this workout is today. Just get that strength and maintenance in because that's hugely important for a healthy body. Have a great day.